It's time for the Nate Hawkins Show. Learn all about Heritage Hills basketball straight from the coach. The Nate Hawkins Show, exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
And welcome to the Nate Hawkins Show. And Coach, last week you took on Washington in the sectional at Washington. Why don't you recap that game for us?
Yeah, Joe. Thanks for having me on, obviously, all year. And, it's been a lot of fun getting here with you and talking about our team. The Washington game Friday night, just a really tough battle, like most of our games have been all year against just a really good basketball team. I thought that our kids played really, really hard in that game, and we were Washington came out, got a lead. We got a timeout, regrouped a little bit, then we went on a run. Got up 12-7. Then the second quarter was kind of back and forth, and then they made a run there right at the end of the second quarter, and we go in the locker room, tied up 24-24. Third quarter we come out and really focused, got defensive stops, did a really good job on their shooters. Built ourselves an 8-point lead, and then Washington makes a run. We lost a couple of their guys, and they got so many guys that are capable of shooting the basketball, and they hit their shots on Friday night, that's kind of what kept them in it. And fourth quarter, same way. I mean, just back and forth battle. I mean, they made a couple plays down the stretch, and credit to them. Number 14, stepped up there and hit all of his free throws down the stretch. He went 6 for 6 at the end of the game in a pressure situation, hit all of his free throws, and they just made a couple more winning plays than what we did. And I thought we got great opportunities. I thought we got great shots. I thought we got exactly what we wanted. It was one of those deals there late in that quarter, Joe, where we just couldn't hit the bucket. And you'll have that, and hopefully that's something that we can overcome here. We head into the off season and get ready for next year. That we'll be able to make that big step, and even in those nights when we aren't hitting the bucket, we're able to find ways to win games.
And on the season, you've ended up 16-9, 8-4 in the conference, and not a bad year.
No. We were really happy. Coming into this season, Joe, I wasn't really sure, what to expect. We had some goals. I mean, obviously, we wanted to win more games this season than we did the previous year, which we won 14 the previous year. But we graduated a lot of size, and we were going to be a lot more youthful this year. We felt like we had the opportunity. I knew that we were going to be in a ton of close games. Just everybody was, especially on our schedule. I mean, we really set up a pretty demanding schedule for our team that we felt like was going to help us throughout the course of the season, and it did. And this youthful team got really, really just so much better over the course of the season by having to do some of the things that we put on them. But a really demanding schedule. Knew we were going to be in a lot of close games, and we knew that we were going to have to win a lot of those close games in order to reach that goal of winning more games than we did the previous year. And credit to our team and credit to our guys. They found ways to win and just did a phenomenal job in some of those close games. I mean, we had some overtime games and, we didn't win them all, but we did win our fair share of close ones. And I think that's why we ended up, 16-9, on the season. So, some things obviously that we can build on, and in the conference we were tied for second, and in the games that we lost, we were right there in the conference as well. And I think, put ourselves in really good position. And, and now, we do return, 5 of our top 7 guys. And I think it's back to work. That's what it is. I think, in our team meeting that I had with our guys, I just told them, I was like, I just think everybody in this locker room has got to get better. Everybody's got to keep improving. Everybody's got to keep working. We're not satisfied with where we're at. Obviously, we were pleased with what we were able to accomplish, but it's time to take the next step, and we feel like that this group can do that if they put the time in and gain some of that confidence that I think they lacked this year.
And we're back on the Nate Hawkins Show after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brooks Communications.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
At MAD, we believe in zero. 0 fathers who aren't there for bedtime. 0 mothers who miss the first day of school. 0 children who never come home. We believe in 0 victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to 0. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in 0.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Nate Hawkins Show. And Coach, the sad thing about every season is, there's gentlemen that are going to leave your program and you're not going to see anymore. Well, you're going to see them, but you're not going to coach them anymore.
Yeah, it is. And when I think about the 3 seniors that we had on this team, what great kids. Great families. We're going to miss them. They were a lot of fun to be around. The great thing about these 3 gentlemen that I'm going to talk about is they gave me everything that I asked, night in, night out. Marcus Becker, Charlie Brentlinger, Pierce Lashley were our 3 seniors on this year's basketball team. I thought that they brought it from a leadership standpoint, consistently just asking questions, just wanting to do exactly what we wanted them to do from our standpoint of our basketball program. And I really think that these 3 guys over the course, when they got in to the program as freshmen to the end here through their senior years. I just felt like those guys, all consistently improved over the course of this season. And one of the sad things, and you always hate it as a coach, is sooner or later your guys got to leave you, go on to their next chapter and what they're going to do, and head off to college or whatever it is that they're going to do. You hate to let them go, but you're really, really happy for them, especially when they've given you everything that you've asked. And all three of these gentlemen are going to be really, really successful in what we call the game of life, which is way more important than any basketball game that we ever talk about. So I'm really proud to say I've coached those guys and looking forward to seeing them into their future.
Well, and also I forgot to mention this last week. Pierce Lashley signed a letter of intent to run cross country, and we'd like to wish him all the luck in the world.
Yeah, and Pierce is, that's his passion, that's his love, and anytime that we're able to see somebody be able to go on to the next level and do what they absolutely love to do, that's just special. And I was there for Pierce's signing, and it was just you could just see the joy in his eyes, and we look forward to seeing him here this spring, obviously, as he heads into his track season, and then obviously as he heads on to Oakland City. Just a great kid and a relentless worker. So we wish him nothing but the best going forward.
And another question: how will it feel to not have a Becker on your team next year?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Joe? Probably, well, yeah, since I've been at Heritage Hills. That we've had a Becker or two on the roster, and it's one of those things that sooner or later all good things have to come to an end, right? Now with Marcus graduating, the only other Becker is Mia, and unfortunately she can't come over to our boys program, right? So, we will move on, obviously, from this, and obviously we miss that whole every one of those guys and their families, and now it's the next group's turn to step into those spots. So I think that all of those guys have left a really good legacy here at Heritage Hills and in this boys basketball program. And, we really wish all of them to keep doing the things that they're doing, and they're all doing so well. So we're really happy with them.
And that you're the first coaches show that we're doing a review of the season with. But Heritage Hills, Tell City, Perry Central, Forest Park, all very young teams. And I look for a bright future for all of them.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, when I look at our team, and I had mentioned it earlier, 5 of our top 7 are back. We've got some other really talented sophomores that played on our JV, and another freshman that played on our JV this year. So our JV team was still a pretty young team too, learning as they go, and there was a lot of shifting parts that were all the time going there. This kid was going to varsity or what, this kid, and so we're going to be a little bit older. But with that being said, Joe, we're not going to have a senior on our roster. We're gonna have, mostly juniors and sophomores on our roster. But all of those guys got valuable experience over the course of this season, and we feel like that we'll be able to plug some guys into some places and really go. And as I said, I think it's it's pretty evident that we all have to continue to get better. We have to continue to improve to be able to play at this level of varsity basketball. But we're really looking forward to watching these guys develop, and then obviously as we get into the summer, we'll be able to play and start to put our team together and see all these guys and see how they do. But that'll be one thing that'll be nice about the summer as we go to some camps and do some things. And then and it'll be back to work, and so we're really excited about them. I think, like you said, there's a lot of really good players all over Southern Indiana. I mean, just a lot of talented kids. So it's going to be a lot of fun going forward, and seeing these guys and watching them grow as basketball players and men, and just coming together and seeing that chemistry continue to develop. I mean, it's just it's a really neat thing, Joe, and we're excited about it.
So, in other words, senior night planning for next season for players will be very short.
Yes, we do have one senior student manager in Hunter Gray that will be back. I'll tell you that Hunter is just a relentless worker. He's the heart and soul of our basketball team. I mean, he's going to be our senior. I had mentioned to him just the other day, I said, I guess we're going to have to roll you out in the starting lineup for senior night next year, and he just kind of laughed at me, But I mean, he's a great kid, and we are so happy to have him, as our lead manager in our basketball program, and he just goes the extra mile and does about anything that I ask him to do, and he's another kid that so we will at least we will have a senior in the program, just not on the playing floor.
And before we close out this year's Nate Hawkins show, why don't I name the players that are coming back, and maybe you can tell me a little bit about what you want them to work on this season, okay?
Well, we've got, of course, some of the guys that started this year for us, with Trent Sisley and Colton Hope and Hunter Meredith will be back, and those guys being, they were sophomores this year, are going to be juniors. And then you've got Jake Pryor and Peyton Gray, who were also played in every game this year as freshmen, and both of those guys really improved over the course of this season. But we've got them back, and then and we're really looking forward to having Anderson Smith and Houston Litton were a couple other guys that were on our varsity roster. Didn't get a lot of playing time this year as sophomores, but were playing solely, 4 quarters and playing about every single minute on that JV team, and put them in some situations that maybe they weren't as comfortable in doing, but their roles will obviously change. But I think the things that they were able to do this year obviously helped them to get prepared for varsity basketball here coming into next year. And then we had a couple other sophomores along with Anderson and Houston that dressed in the sectional in Braden Pruitt and Luke Kurkowski. So, we've got them, and then, we feel like we've got another freshman that's a very talented kid that's going to be in the mix as well. And, he's about 6'4", 6'5", Tyler Rookser, who's going to be a sophomore next year, that we feel like he's going to come in. He's going to compete as well. So, I think we've got a good nucleus, of guys. And I think when you look at every one of them, there's areas in every one of their games that they can clean up, whether it's working on that right hand, working on that left hand, working on, just getting better with your ball handling abilities. And, there's just I think everybody's got a little bit of area in their game that they can get better. And, obviously I do individual meetings with each of our kids at the end of the season here. We usually wait about a month, and then it gives us a good opportunity to really sit down and go over some things and say, hey, here's what we need out of you. And, and I think that every one of our kids can improve, and every one of them will improve because they're very coachable kids and great kids that want to continue to just develop and want to go compete, and they want to go win. So, we're looking forward, to kind of seeing what this group will be made of as they head into next season. So, it should be some very exciting times with Heritage Hills Patriots basketball as we head into next year.
And, to close out, I do want to have one last Trey Litton reference, because he looks forward to those every week. So is Houston Is he has he got his jumping ability from his mom or his dad?
You know, I'm going to say that, we've been pretty hard on Trey, so I think we probably need to give him a little bit of love and say that, I'm guessing that maybe he got some of that jumping ability from his father. But I tell you, the kid has got a little bit of spring in his step, and he is getting better, and we really look forward to seeing Houston be able to contribute and help us on that varsity team next year.
And I still am adamant about that Trey Litton should have played football for Southern Traders.
With maybe some of that leaping ability that he had, maybe he could have cut a couple touchdown passes for you guys, right?
Exactly. or he could have threw it over some defensive linemen, because I always told him he should be a quarterback.
Right. Yes, I know. We've been pretty hard on him, and and I guess he's still got it coming for a couple more years, right, Joe?
Oh yeah, at least 2 more years. So.
But great family and great kid there in Houston as well.
Well, Coach, work him hard this season and get ready for next season.
We sure will, and I just wanted to thank you again, Joe, for everything that you did for our basketball team this year, and promoting us, and being able to get on here and talk about our guys. I feel like that you've really got to know a lot of our kids over the course of this, and just doing this show. We really look forward to getting back on with you again next year.
Well, Coach, just as I said, keep working them hard.
That's right. We will. We'll keep working and keep improving, and that's the ultimate goal. Just get better every day.
And you're listening to the Nate Hawkins Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Melody Bros for Communications. We'll see you next season.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and